Hey hens, how we all diddly doing? How's everybody holding up? I am not holding up well, honestly. I am having a little bit of a shit time right now, actually. I'm gonna put a timestamp in if you want to skip across, but basically, babes, I am having the worst period of my life. I am actually fucking struggling. I could cry. You know what? I'm not even gonna say I could cry because I have been crying. Usually I just get intensely bad pains where I throw up and shake and sweat and have to lie on a cold floor all day. I only usually get them for one day, which is still bad, but this period, right? This is my third day of being Trisha Paytas crying on the floor, and I don't know how much more I can handle it. You can tell I'm not feeling well because my fucking hair's up in a scruffy bun. I'm emotionally exhausted. It is so tiring being this emotional all the time. And underneath here, I have literally a heating pad. So I just thought, I'm just going to take it chill. Oh, I am in pain. No, I am. My womb is going pitter-patter, pitter-patter. Where the fuck's me kid? All this pain and for what? Anyway, me and my period head are going to sit and talk about The Sims 5 because I done a video on The Sims 5 multiplayer last week and you seem to really enjoy that. And I used to do a lot of like theorizing and just talking videos. I have been on this journey of self-care and I've really been writing out my video ideas and really finding out what I like to do. And talking videos is one of them. Who knew that I could talk for fucking England? My grandparents used to say that. No, they used to say I could eat for England. Fucking true.
I was coming back here to tell you that I loved you.
The first thing I want to dive into is where the fuck is she, babe? Where are you? Where have you bloody been, bitch? Oh, God, no, my womb. My womb! But yeah, because looking at the time frame of The Sims 4, if The Sims 4 is the only game that you've played in the Sims franchise, completely understandable. It's been out for a fucking while, do you know what I mean? This isn't usually how things happen. Usually, we get a new Sims game for about 4 years, and then within the next 4 years, something's usually released. I can't think of the dates off the top of my head. You know what I'm going to Google? I'm not just going to trust my own word because I can't trust my own emotions clearly after my breakdown last night. When was The Sims 2 released? So The Sims 2 was released 14th of September 2004. I know off the top of my head that The Sims was released in the year 2000 because I've been a Simmer since the year 2000. And then The Sims 3, I think The Sims 3 was released 2009. Yeah, 2nd of June 2009. So that's 5 years. When was The Sims 4 released? 2014. So that's 5 years. And it is now 2021. So that's 7 years of The Sims 4 that we've had so far. So that's, if I'm going to be dramatic about it and emphasize the statistics a little bit, that's been almost double the time of the release of a new game. There's been lots of talk of The Sims 5 because of this timeline that the Sims team, EA, Maxis, whoever, they set the precedent for that. So we're kind of in new territory where we don't know when The Sims 5 is coming, but we know she's coming. But no one can fucking say it because it's all under secret code names, isn't it? I don't know. Don't think I know everything just because I'm a game changer. I know fucking nothing. I wish I knew. I have asked, actually. I have asked. Nothing will be told to me. But we know she's coming because Sims Community posted an article before about how they were hiring for like a future life simulation game, like the new version of its series or whatever. So we've definitely know that it is coming. But there's lots of talk about it right now. And I think it's because some people are a bit sick of The Sims 4, but also some people are excited for The Sims 5. And that's why there's so much talk about it, because of those reasons and the fact that going on the own timeline of The Sims, she should already be here. We are waiting. It's going to be like the Queen. You know when the Queen goes on a visit and everyone's like, whoo! That's what I tell a lie. Honestly, if I'm going to be really honest about it, I am actually quite nervous about The Sims 5. As much as I want to hear and as much as I'm ready for her, like I'll welcome her with open arms, I am a bit of a... I think it's the autism. It takes me a really long time to actually get into something new because I'm so obsessed with the previous thing. Sims 2, I jumped ship straight away, actually, so I did tell a bit of a lie there. But from The Sims 2 to The Sims 3, it took years. I'm saying about, I think it was 2013 or 2012-ish before I jumped ship onto The Sims 3. And then The Sims 4, I've only been playing for about 3 years now. So it takes me a long time. And I'm scared because, like, how am I going to navigate that with a YouTube channel? But I think because it's a YouTube channel, I think I'll be all right. But I am kind of nervous about it. Does anybody else feel that way? I'm excited for it, but I'm still not ready. Let me know. Just let me know if I'm the freak, but that has been an issue for me, and it's been something that I'm very nervous about. And now I'm going to say things that I want about The Sims 5 and things that I'm not necessarily that asked about. First off, I'm just going to get the unpopular opinions out the way. Please don't attack me in the comments, right? We can have a nice... Actually, just don't attack me because I am hormonal and I probably would cry. I cried 3 times yesterday and only 2 of them were because I was sad. I am not asked about seasons being involved in the base game. I'm really not. And here is my reasons as to why. Seasons is a mechanism. It takes a lot and it's separate from the actual base. Oh, sorry, the doctor's ringing me. Hello? good, thank you. How are you? Yes, please. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Anyway. Yeah, it's a mechanism that's completely separate to the base game, and I think it should stay like that because I wouldn't want either of them to be half-baked. And we've seen with The Sims 4 how much a really limited base game can really impact gameplay for a long time. I'd say that a lot of the issues that I say with The Sims 4 are inherent with the base game, and I say that a lot, and I wouldn't want anything to take away from the base game because, I mean, Sims 4 doesn't really have that excuse, but we've seen what a limited base game can do, and I would rather have a fully fleshed out base game and have all the efforts focused on that rather than trying to include seasons into a base game. And same for seasons as well. I'd say in The Sims 4 I really enjoy seasons and I love the calendar and everything, but again it almost feels a bit stripped back as much as it's one of my favourite packs because it doesn't include things like festivals and stuff. So I'd really rather have the energy for both things 100% rather than like 50% on seasons, 50% on the base game and have them included. It would make sense for it to be included in the base game because obviously seasons are a real part of life unless you live in California where it is constantly hot and other places that are constantly hot. I think logistically it makes more sense for them to be separate because it just does. That's my opinion. But some people, you know what, if you do have an opposing opinion, please let me know respectfully because I am actually very intrigued by other people's Sims opinions. I also have a channel in my Discord that for unpopular Sims opinions that you can join down below. I don't want that in base game. Next up, if the old Plumbella could see the new Plumbella now, she would have a fucking gun to my head and scream, "You fucking let down." But I have had to think about it. I really have. I've got all my thoughts together, sat and composed them all and everything. I'd be okay without an open world. I would be okay without an open world. However, before you fucking load that gun, I wouldn't be happy with a closed world. Now you might be thinking, well, you can't be fucking satisfied, Jessica, and this is the reason you are depressed. But no, I think that a semi-open world would be the best thing. I do. Because in The Sims 4, with everything closed, it kind of makes an unrealistic thing of being able to travel in between the worlds all too easily. And it was great when there was like 2 packs, but now that there's so many, it doesn't feel, I don't know, it almost doesn't feel right. And then in The Sims 3, everything is so open that obviously there's the issues that come with that. But I really like the openness and having the world feel alive and knowing that the town was active as you were active kind of thing. So I think the best thing between those two things is a semi-open world. So for example, the neighborhood that you live in The Sims 4, all of the houses are rendered and, you know, if there's a cafe there, the cafe's rendered and everything, but you still have to sit through a loading screen to get there. And I think no loading screen to get in between your individual neighborhoods, and then that little neighborhood can be alive, and then you can go see another neighborhood and that neighborhood's fully loaded. That makes it a lot, honestly. I hate leaving the house in The Sims 4. I really do, because I feel like I'm going from one set to another set. Or in The Sims 3, I feel like I leave the house so much I'm constantly out of the house. So a nice mix of them I think would be the best bet going forward. That's my opinion. Let me know, because I never thought I'd be against an open world. I mean, if they did include an open world, great, but I also find it kind of overwhelming sometimes. Hello, just in my dressing gown recording. I would also like to add that I would prefer an open world over a closed world. Like, given the option of the two, I would prefer an open world, but given the option of open, semi-open or closed, I think I'd pick semi. Well, I would pick semi anyway. There you go. I further rationalise my opinion. So for me, semi-open world. Semi. Cars, I would quite like to be in the base game. I'm kind of indifferent about cars. I think a taxi. Oh, no, wait. Someone commented, this is completely irrelevant, but I'm going to include this in a video, but I thought I'd just snip it in now. Someone commented that trams would be a really good idea to get you in between places in The Sims 4. And I think that kind of thing in The Sims 5, like public transport would be so cool. I really like that. Because I think taxis do the job just as well as cars, but I think bringing modes of transport back, like the school bus, the work car, taxis and stuff, I think that, yes, actually, no, that is something that I definitely need in The Sims 5, actually. So I guess we've moved on to things I need in The Sims 5. But yeah, little modes of transport like that, 100%. Pools, they definitely need to come in The Sims 5. One thing that I think could really change the game, because one thing that hasn't been updated is walls. You can extend them, you can pull them, drag them and stuff like that. We've got different levels of wall heights. Still, walls haven't changed that much, and I think something that could really change the game with walls is having them placed on a quarter tile, you know, instead of just the standard width, like maybe like 4 standard widths. Is that the right one? Width. And then the depth of it, we've always had just one depth wall, and I think that having the option for wall thickness, that'd be really cool as well for old stone buildings. I think that'd open up a lot of opportunities for buildings, because if you go to England, our walls are thick thick like my ass. That is a fucking lie. I am as flat as a fart. But yeah, wall thickness could really change it, especially with castles and everything. Windenburg would look amazing with thick walls. Because when I say thick, I mean some walls are literally like this thick. Just pure stone. The next thing I want in The Sims 5, which absolutely nobody is shocked, but really thought out an intricate lore. The Sims team tried this with The Sims 4, but The Sims 4 is on an alternate timeline. And I think that's one of the major letdowns about the lore, because the lore has been building up game after game after game. This lore was really factored in deep. Even in the spin-offs, it took the same kind of lore and added to them. I think I prefer the chronological order of lore, because The Sims is actually set in a timeline, in case you didn't know. It goes The Sims 3, then The Sims 1, then The Sims 2. So we're kind of learning the story as each game comes out kind of thing. The Sims 4 being on an alternate timeline just kind of ruins all that. In terms of the main characters anyway, like Bella Goth, Don Lothario, etc., it ruins it for that. But also, even aside from that, the lore in The Sims 4 isn't that strong. One part of this as well is what I've noticed when I'm going to do entire history ofs, for example, when I go delve into a Sims 2 family tree, it's really deep. Like you can go see the ancestors in the family tree, which gives a lot of context to Sims lives. But in The Sims 4, none of that. And I don't know why that is, because I know that there was a program in The Sims 2 called SimPE. I don't know if that was fan made or from EA. You could basically like just mess with DNA, genetics and everything in there. So you could very easily add dead ancestors and stuff. We don't really have that in The Sims 4. And that's something that I would really like to see in The Sims 5. This return to, you know, really building up the storyline, because also it's something that the community desperately wants. Like we saw the the Sims revolution on Twitter. My entire history of series has been really popular. So I really think that this thingy a law, it's also fun. It's so much fun theorizing about Bella Goth, for example. It's like a TV show, because I used to check Tumblr religiously for Pretty Little Liar theories. It's almost like we're joining Maxis on a story with them. So I really think that this return to law, prominent law, is a good thing. Because we have law in The Sims 4 that's reoccurring, like Princess Cordelia, but I think more overt law, where the law in The Sims 4 is kind of covert, especially because the relationships don't have consequences, which is my next point. I really want consequences in The Sims 5. I want smart Sims, because when The Sims 4 said that The Sims were smarter, they weren't necessarily lying. Rooting is a lot easier and a lot smarter. There is a severe lack of empathy in The Sims 4, because I had a video once where I fought Kayla, like we had a fist fight, and then after we were just laughing and joking. And I think obviously things like sentiments built upon that in The Sims 4, but I think we need that from the get-go in The Sims 5. I think we need actual consequences and actual empathy. Sims reacting to events. So
I am like a pig in shit.
these are just big things. I think I could delve into little things a lot more, and I might do a video on 5 or I don't know why I'm putting a number on it, just little things that I would like in The Sims 5. I think that might make another video, but these are the big things for me right now. But let me know what big things you have as well that you want to see in The Sims 5. I think that some of you are going to have really opposite opinions to me, and I'm actually really excited to hear them, so please leave them down below. I'm very excited to hear them. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I love you all. If anybody else is on their period right now and feeling like absolute fucking shit, I'm with you, babe. I'm with you. Also, my jumper is not sponsored. I bought this myself with my own money. It is a Tino Crossings, my friend Katie. She streams and she is currently taking video editing. What's the word? Video editing things. If you want her videos edited, she's the last for you. I'll leave her links down below if you want to go support her as well. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one, which I'm recording straight after this. It's going to be a nice chill time. Love you all. Bye.